So I'm gonna be on mute for most of the time, and when I hear you're okay, I'll talk.
Sounds
I'll
good.
unmute myself.
Harriet, it's set. That's perfect, Adriana. It says that it's live now. Should we not assume that?
Please start.
We should go ahead and start?
Yes.
Okay, can you, Harriet, also share this link on the Atlas Core Facebook page?
Okay.
And make sure people are logging in.
Okay, so we are live now, Scott. If you could start, and I'll go ahead to share the link.
Great. Good morning, everybody. We are going to share this on Facebook. Actually, we'll also email this out to the fellows group. Would be great if Harriet could do that. And we'll get fully started in just a minute, as we assume it is going to take a couple minutes for everybody to get online. Hopefully, as many of you as possible are watching this video and this live stream. It's very exciting. And we're going to do our best to have a little bit of a training day today as the first day of our Winter Global Leadership Lab. And then the first day of training, immersion for our Class 20 Fellows. We're going to start the day with a little bit of announcements from myself and from Adriana, who's the chair of the Fellow Executive Committee. We will, and that is not really going to be more than 30 minutes max. We will, at 10:30, move into committee meetings. And so in my announcements this morning, I'll be announcing who are the new Class 20 Fellow Executive Committee members. At 11:30 to 12:45, we're going to do a lunch break, or really whenever your committee meeting ends. You can then go into lunch. If your meeting goes long, it'll go into your lunch a little bit. At 12:45 on the dot, if not a minute or two earlier, we want everyone back in front of their computers for the first Deloitte-led session on partnerships and collaboration and strategic something. That's an interesting title. You should have gotten the link for that webinar via email as well. And then that'll last until about 2:30. And then that'll really be a wrap for today. And then tomorrow we are fully expecting, excuse me, pending a cold, I suppose. I don't think I'm coming down with anything. Tomorrow we're fully expecting to be at the Wonder Bread Factory at 8 a.m. tomorrow for breakfast, for a session starting at 8:30. The agenda is going to change a little bit from what was sent out before. We're going to have the days go a little bit longer to make sure we can incorporate everything as possible. And we're not going to have training on Friday. I know which was never part of the schedule. I know many of you are traveling on Friday. Many of you have your first day at your host organizations on Friday. We didn't want to mess with everyone's travel agenda any more than the weather has already done. So again, for those of you who are just logging in now, we're just getting started. If you're having technical challenges, I would love it for you to email or WhatsApp or Google Chat Harriet. She's probably using training at atlascore.org right now as her email address when she helps coordinate these trainings. And make sure that other fellows are all watching this this morning, and then really especially this afternoon. This is it's an exciting beginning of the year for us, despite the incredible weather. This is the beginning of our 10th year, our 10-year anniversary, which is super exciting. We will be celebrating the 10-year anniversary in November after Class 22 arrives. This is also, of course, as you all well know, the launch of our 20th class. It is 27 fellows in the United States, and then actually one fellow who will be starting in Australia very soon. We're piloting a franchise model this year where we're going to be placing fellows in Australia through a partner called the Foundation for Young Australians. In fact, Andrew, the new Class 20 fellow from Australia, will be working with me to help get that off the ground. So now when you tell people about Atlas Core, you can tell them you can teach English in Columbia if you are a native English speaker. You can serve in the United States as a classic Atlas Core fellow, or you can even go to Australia as an Atlas Core fellow in Australia with the Foundation for Young Australians. So that's that's a very exciting new development for us. Class 20 has been a really strong class so far. We had a great week of orientation, and Dr. Gary Weaver came and did his cultural orientation, and the country presentations were fantastic. Normally today we would do introductions of Class 20, but what I want to encourage folks to do is to use the Atlas Corps Staff Fellow and Alumni Facebook group and start one thread, just one thread that includes the 5 facts for the Class 20 Fellows, and allowing the current Fellows, Class 19, 18, 17, and such, to get to know you, and frankly even for our alumni. So we will at some point start that over the course of the day, and I especially encourage the Fellows from Class 19 and 18 and 17 to read these 5 facts, get to know these people's names, so that when we start tomorrow all face-to-face, you'll have a little bit of a head start of knowing who your fellows are. In fact, I would tell the Class 20 Fellows, when you post your 5 facts, try to find a picture from orientation week that's just of you so people can see you, so we can see a very recent picture of you with the other Atlas Corps Fellows and your 5 facts to accompany. It really is a great, strong, diverse group, like so many of our classes have been. And then, of course, just over, if any of you are texting me, I'd appreciate you not texting me now. Okay, great. So this is also going to be an exciting week because it's our annual event at State Department, which will be on Wednesday afternoon. We are expecting, despite still the craziness of the weather, even if the federal government has a 2-hour delay tomorrow, we are fingers crossed expecting that we will be running on time tomorrow, and that frankly the federal government will be running on time on Wednesday. Certainly by Wednesday afternoon, we think that the State Department should be still good to go. So again, fingers crossed. And KMOS for announcements. I guess the other big announcement I have is I want to congratulate the 2 new members of the Class 20 Fellow Executive Committee. There were, as always, there were a lot of great leaders, a lot of people were nominated, and frankly there were a lot of votes that were tallied up. But Selma and Alana are 2 new Class 20 Fellows. Selma from Turkey and Alana from Brazil are our 2 new Atlas Corps Fellow Executive Committee members for Class 20. So congratulations to Selma and Alana, and frankly everyone who got nominated. There were a lot of votes within this class. So that is fantastic. For the other fellows, as everybody knows, the committees is one of the best ways to get involved to contributing to Atlas Corps. So if you don't yet have a committee, please go to the Atlas Corps Facebook group at the end of this early presentation and join one of the Google Hangouts where committees will be meeting to discuss what the committee does, what are their priorities over the next 4 months. Committees should also be electing chairs if there isn't an existing chair of that committee. And generally committees will meet about, we hope at least once a month depending on the committee. And committees have budgets, so even if there's ideas that you have that may cost a little bit of money, we are open to providing a little bit of support when a little bit of financial support makes a difference. Okay, so I'm reading Meredith's note. Sorry about this. Okay, so Meredith and Kelly can discuss that. And let me see if I can refine my screen here. Okay, hopefully everyone can still hear me all right. Okay, good. And so I'm going to pause and give it over to Adriana and collect my thoughts to see if I missed anything. And then Adriana, I'll take it back at the end. So I'm going to put myself on mute. Our fearless leader, Adriana.
Hi everyone. Well, welcome to our first virtual GLL. It's great to be able to speak with you. I just want to give a warm welcome to Class 20 on behalf of all the Atlas Corps past fellows. We are excited to get to know you these next couple of days. Welcome to this amazing, unique experience. We're here to support you as part of the executive committee, and as another fellow, we're here to be your voice. So please always feel free to reach out to your class representatives or to myself. So just wanted to give you a very warm welcome on behalf of everyone. And as we say welcome to our class 20, we say almost goodbye to our class 18. This is the last GLL for class 18. We have 4 more months to go, and it has been a very interesting journey, exciting, with lots of learning experiences. So we'll be looking forward to spending some time with you and getting to know you and give you 100%, because this experience is definitely worth it. So with more further ado, I give it back to Scott.
Okay, great. I did think of 2 other things that I wanted to mention. First, even though today's training is largely virtual, I applaud everyone's efforts to get together in groups of fellows who are in DC. We still have some satellite fellows who are traveling in, so hopefully you'll be able to watch this from wherever you are in New York or Philadelphia or whatever city you may be in. But do try to stay as groups today. Obviously, stay safe, so don't go where, if you're not with other fellows right now and you want to be, make sure that it's a safe travel for you to watch the afternoon training together. Don't do anything that's too dangerous. And it is a little cold out there, and there's actually a lot of ice because the snow has been melting and creating more ice. So even in my walk over to Kelly's apartment, it got a little icy here. And then finally, not finally, but second, a couple more notes. Do take some notes during the day. So Deloitte has asked during the afternoon that fellows have pen and paper with them, that there will be some written activities. So come equipped as you're going to a classroom, and that even though this is virtual and the Deloitte presenter may not be able to see all of you, it's actually frustrating as a presenter to be looking just at a screen. We want this to be as interactive as possible in what is making the best of a difficult situation. One way, of course, to make it interactive is by being with other fellows. So that I think will help facilitate the conversation and to make it a more robust opportunity. In fact, one thing I'm hoping to do is to invite some alumni to participate as well. So maybe in this truly virtual training we're doing, we might get some alumni who are involved in the activities as well. And then finally, if you have not yet done the readings for this week's training, there really is basically no excuse. Most of you have been snowed in these last 3 or 4 days. If you have not received the readings or don't even know what I'm talking about, you need to email training@atlascore.org or contact Harriet and say, look, I'm sorry, I just arrived last week and I must have missed the email, or I've been dealing with traveling from Texas to DC and I missed the readings, but I will read it all tonight if you send it to me. We're going to pack in a lot of stuff into what is at best 4 days, and really was only going to be 3.5 days because of the State Department event, and now it's actually a little bit less than that. So please make sure that you are doing the readings. It will provide a more robust conversation. This is really an important topic of fundraising and project management, financial management. It's something that no matter what our social issue, no matter what our country, no matter what our position within organizations, we all could stand to learn more of. And we're all at the same base knowledge with the readings, it'll really help. Looking to Kelly to see if there's anything else that we need to do. Otherwise, we are wildly ahead of schedule, which is fine. I could just talk. I could just tell you what Elliot and I did all weekend in the snow. I will say for a little Abby announcement, not that she's asked me to do this, but hopefully you saw in the Atlas Core Facebook group that we are doing a competition. We're looking for snow pictures. So we're looking for pictures of fellows in the snow that could be sent in. Each person can submit 3 pictures. And do you know where they should submit it, Kelly? Kelly's relooking right now. So I know many of you took many awesome pictures this weekend, and we want people to submit these 3 pictures. It's probably to com at atlascore.org, COMM at atlascore.org. Although I'm going to, actually it's info@atlascore.org. I'm almost positive. If maybe Kelly could double check the Facebook group. And send these 3 pictures in info@atlascore.org. We are going to select the top winner. You can also use the hashtag AtlasCoreBlizzard 2016, and then the deadline is midnight yesterday. So consider this a official extension of the deadline till noon today. Hopefully Abby won't be too upset with that. If you haven't sent it in, you still have a couple more hours. You can do it during lunch, but then we are really fully cut off. And then we are going to pick the top photos for voting and immersion. So we're going to vote on these pictures probably tomorrow or the next day. And we're going to put them all these pictures in the Atlas Core Facebook pages, which should be a lot of fun. So hopefully everyone's had a fun weekend despite the crazy weather. I know many of you, it was the first time you've experienced this much snow, even for a lot of our American coworkers and colleagues. Awesome. Okay, well with that, Harriet, I assume that we have links to all the different committees on the Facebook page. Is that correct, Harriet?
Yeah, that's correct. Every staff liaison was tasked to send out the different links to their different members. So I'm sure everyone has the link, and the meetings will start at 10:30 for each committee.
Okay, that's fine. We'll give everyone a little bit of 25-minute coffee break. We'll still stay on schedule at 10:30. I would say though for the staff, and I'll email the staff about this, let's post these links on the Facebook page because there are new members of the committee, class 20 people, who the staff may not know will be on the committee. So if you don't have a committee yet, especially class 20, then you can look for the links on the Facebook page to join the Google Hangout and participate. It does occur to me that if a committee has more than 10 people, it'll be fine. It should hopefully be fine. Make sure that the chairs of these committees are the first to log in. So I think chairs of committee and staff should be sure to log in at 10:25, and then everyone else should log in at 10:30. So we make sure that the chairs and the staff people can speak during the meetings. Kelly, one more note.
So we're actually in. Good morning, everyone. We are actually in the finalist round for the photo contest, so we aren't able to accept any more submissions. Sorry. It sounds like you guys have already submitted all of your best photos, and we're moving into the finalist round. So everyone be at Global Leadership Lab bright and early tomorrow morning, so we can get the day started and you can find out who won.
Okay, I will not make any more announcements off the cuff that are not handed to me. Okay, then before I make any other announcements of things that have already passed, then I will let everyone take a break. Thank you, Adriana, for calling in and for your leadership. I'm excited to have you as the chair for another 4 months at least. And Harriet, this is Harriet's last Global Leadership Lab as our fantastic training manager. We will be soon. We're essentially onboarding our new training manager now. So she's done great work despite the challenges of the weather and dealing with speakers and VIPs and that such. So it's going to be a great Global Leadership Lab, and I'm excited for today and even more excited to see everyone tomorrow. Thank you.